into the body. So just coming to lie down, coming into your constructive rest pose. Knees are bent, soles of the feet are out wide. Allow the knees to fall in towards each other. And bring in the backs of the hands onto the earth, palms face up. So creating that space in the armpits here. Allowing the shoulders just to roll away to the sides. And giving yourself these first few moments, just allowing your body to settle. Taking this time to mentally let go of your week, let go of your day. And this time is your time now to connect with yourself. And just connecting to what's present for you in this moment. And the best way we can connect with this moment is to draw our focus to our breath. So no need to change the breath. Keeping your awareness on the rise and fall of the inhale and the exhale. As you allow your body to settle and to sink a little deeper into your stillness. Spend a big part of our days in movement. So just enjoying this stillness. Noticing how it feels in your body to be still. And only movement is the rise and fall of the breath. I invite you now to take 3 full inhales in through the nose, and you're going to sigh out through the mouth. So using that exhale as an opportunity to let go of any tension, any unwanted stress in the body. There's something that you feel that's staying with you, that's happened in the week or that's happened today, allowing that exhale to take it away from you. So a nice full inhale, fill the lungs as much as you can, find that space in the body. And on the exhale, letting everything go. 2 more like that. Nice deep inhale. One more inhale. Allowing that exhale to be really noisy. The great thing about doing this at home is no one can hear you. Just allowing that exhale to take away any stress or tension from the body. We're going to begin to allow the breath to settle now. Allow the breath to become effortless. Just inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Gently inviting you now to begin to turn the head from left to right, easing out the back of the neck here. Giving yourself a little bit of a head massage. Come to rest in the center here. Drawing the arms out nice and wide. The arms are in line with the shoulders. Backs the hands on the floor. Palms face up. Bringing the feet nice and wide here. Knees are nice and wide as well. So feet as wide as the mat. And as you exhale, just allowing the knees to fall over to the right. You're keeping your gaze up at the ceiling. You can keep the eyes closed. This is a twist for the lower body. So just taking these first few gentle stretches. Taking time to tune into your body, noticing how it's feeling right now. Bringing awareness to any tight spots, any spots that might be a little sore. Inhaling back to center, and on the exhale, allowing the knees to come over to the left side this time. Notice if this side feels any different to the other side. Just easing out those hips, stretching out those quads. Inhaling back to center, that one last time. Exhaling over to the right. centre and exhaling over to the left. All the way back to centre here. Bringing the big toes together now, knees together. You're going to inhale, draw the knees up towards the chest, lifting the soles of the feet off the earth, and as you exhale, drawing the knees over to the right side of the mat. You can bring that right hand onto the top knee, bring your gaze over towards that left armpit. Taking nice deep breaths here, so breathing deep into the belly, taking that inhale all the way up to that left armpit. Nice full inhales here. Noticing how the upper body feels. And then we're going to inhale all the way back to centre. Pause here, coming into your neutral spine. And as you exhale, allow the knees to come over to the left side this time. Bring your gaze to that right hand. Left hand comes onto the top knee. Nice deep breaths all the way down to the belly. All the way up into that right armpit. Nice full breaths. Just allowing that breath to enliven your body. Lovely. Next inhale, we're going to come all the way back to centre, soles of the feet onto the floor. We're going to come into our eagle pose, lying down. This is good for those people who find it a little difficult standing up. We're going to do the balancing version later. So you're going to bring that right elbow into the centre of the chest. Bring that left elbow underneath the right. Take hold the opposite hand if you can. If not, you're bringing the backs of the arms together. So you're drawing those elbows away from the chest. And you can close the eyes here, bringing that awareness into the space between the shoulder blades. So if you can breathe a little deeper into that space. Nice expansive breaths. From here, you're going to bring the big toes together, heels together. You're going to lift that left foot off the floor and cross that left leg over the right thigh. And as you inhale, you're drawing the feet off the floor. So we're coming into our lying down Garadasana, eagle pose. So just relaxing the feet here. And as you inhale, you're going to begin to draw the head off the floor and bring knees and elbows together. So you're squeezing into the lower belly here. Exhaling to release down. You're keeping the legs lifted and you're still drawing the elbows away from the chest here. Nice deep inhale. Exhaling to lift the head and squeeze, drawing the elbows towards the knees. Lovely. Releasing all the way back down, keeping the legs lifted. One last time, inhaling to squeeze, elbows drawing towards the knees. Lovely. Exhaling to release all the way down. This time, releasing the legs down, uncrossing the legs, uncrossing the arms. Bringing the arms out into a cross shape, palms face up. Taking a moment just to breathe here. Next inhale, we're bringing that left elbow into the centre of the chest this time. Elbow is bent. Bringing that right elbow underneath the left, taking hold of the opposite hand. Bringing the backs of the arms together. Drawing the elbows away from the chest. Keeping that awareness and that space between the shoulder blades. Closing the eyes if that feels nice. We're going to lift that right leg this time and cross that right leg over the left. As you inhale, you're lifting that left foot off the floor. Coming into Garadasana, eagle pose. Feet can be relaxed. Nice deep inhale. As you exhale, you're lifting the head, squeezing the elbows and knees together. Lovely. Releasing all the way back down. You're keeping the legs lifted the whole time. Doing that 2 more times. Inhaling to squeeze the elbows towards the knees. Releasing all the way back down. Nice deep inhale. One last time. Exhaling to squeeze. Lovely. Releasing the head down now. Releasing the legs down. Uncrossing the legs. Uncrossing the arms. Bringing the arms out into a cross shape. Palms face up. Taking a couple of breaths here. Next inhale, then bring the hands to the backs of the thighs, knees are bent. As you inhale, spinal roll, bringing the soles of the feet down to the earth. Exhaling to release all the way down. So inhaling to come up, exhaling to release down. Taking a few like this. We're just bringing in to bring a little energy into the body now. In the back, a little bit of a massage. Each time you might want to bring the feet a little further over the head. Just doing 3 more like this. Lovely. Last one, you're coming to seated now. We're going to bring the legs out in front. Legs are extended, pushing out through the heels. Toes are pointed up towards the sky, so find that nice stretch at the back of the legs. Make sure you're on the sit bones here. You're lifting up out of the hips, finding that nice length in the spine. Sit bones grounding down to the earth, crown of the head growing tall to the sky. Hands either side of the hips, coming into Dandasana or staff pose, pushing into the palms of the hands, finding that nice length in the spine here. Taking that breath into the belly. As we inhale, we're going to bring fingertips to sky. We're going to come into a forward fold, hinging at the hips. And bring a micro bend into the knees for the first one. Bringing the hands down either to rest on the ankles, shins or knees. So no force in here. Just doing what feels comfortable for your body. You're inhaling to find that length in the spine. Lifting up out of the hips, sliding those shoulder blades down the back. Taking 2 breaths here. Lovely. As you inhale, you're coming all the way back to centre. You're bringing the hands behind you, fingertips pointing forward. Bringing big toes, actually no, we're going to bend the knees for the first one, coming to our reverse tabletop. So feet are hip distance apart. As you inhale, you're pushing into the hands, beginning to lift the hips. Coming into your reverse tabletop, a nice counter pose for our forward fold. Option to keep the gaze on the knees if the neck needs a little bit more TLC. If your neck is okay, bring your gaze up towards the ceiling, nice and strong in the shoulders. Pushing into all 4 corners of the hands. As you exhale, slowly releasing the hips down to the earth. Legs are straight again, pushing out through those heels. Inhaling, fingertips to sky. Exhaling to hinge forward, coming into your forward fold. Feeling free to keep a little micro bend in the back of the knees. Keeping your gaze on the toes. Keeping that nice length in the spine. So feeling free to lift up out of those hips. We're not bringing the forehead down towards the knees, we're keeping our gaze ahead, keeping that nice space in the upper body. Deep breaths. Lovely. From here, we're going to come all the way back to our centre, bringing the palms of the hands behind us, fingertips pointing forward, spreading out through those fingers. This time, big toes together, small space between the heels. Inhale, reverse plank, drawing those hips up towards the sky, soles of the feet down to the earth. Option to keep the gaze ahead or lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Really pushing the earth away through the palms of the hands here. Exhaling to release all the way back down. From here, we're going to bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet onto the floor and bringing the hands to the backs of the thighs. We're going to come into Dandasana, our boat pose. I can hear everyone groan at home when I say that. Not my favourite pose either, but good for building strength in the core. So the first thing I want to do is I want to find that length in the spine. So we have a tendency to round in the spine here. So beginning to lift up out of the hips. Find that length. We're drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Find that space in the chest. One-legged to start with. You're pressing that right foot into the earth. Lifting that left foot. Left shin is parallel to the ceiling. Make sure you're breathing still. Don't hold the breath. Exhale that left foot down. Inhale to lift that right foot. Right shin is parallel to the ceiling. You're pointing it out through the toes. Keep that nice length in the spine. You will have a tendency to begin to round as we go on, so you can keep that nice length in the spine. Exhaling right foot down. Option to stay with your one-legged boat pose, or with me, you can join and come up and lift both legs. So lifting that left foot first, then the right foot. So you'll press the backs of the thighs into the hands. Find that nice length in the spine. Lovely. Keeping that breath flowing down to the belly. Lovely. You're going to release the soles of the feet down now. Hands either side of the hips. Lengthening out through the legs. We're going to inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale to hinge forward at the hips. Hands come down onto the ankles or the shins. We're going to come into a flow here. So begin to draw the hands back, coming into your reverse plank. Hips to sky, pushing into the palms of the hands. Exhale to release down, bending the knees. Preparing to come into Dandasana, our boat pose. Find that length in the spine. Option to release the hands this time, making the core work a little harder. Lovely. Releasing the soles down, back into our forward fold. Legs are lengthened. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale to hinge. Bringing the hands alongside the body. Hands come behind as we inhale, reverse plank. Exhale to release down. One more time now. Last time. Bringing the feet onto the floor, lifting the lower legs, coming into Dandasana, boat pose. Keep that length in the spine. Option to bring the hands either side, making the core work a little harder here. As you exhale, we're going to release the legs down, press out through the heels. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Sweeping the hands alongside the body, hands come behind. Inhale, reverse plank, last time here. Lovely, we're going to exhale the hips down, cross the legs, roll over into our tabletop. Taking a moment to get your alignment here. Nice L shape with the index finger and thumb, spreading out through the hands, pressing into the corners of the hands. Knees are underneath, hips, tops of feet, pressing down into the earth here. As you inhale, you're going to extend out through that right leg, pushing into that right heel, and that nice stretch to the back of the leg. As you inhale, lifting that right foot. Toes pointing down, extending out through that right heel. We're going to inhale, left hand, Superman pose. Find that length here, reaching out through the fingertips, nice deep inhale. As you exhale, you're coming out to the corners of the room. Keeping your torso in the center. Inhaling back to center. Just moving with your own breath here. Exhaling out to the corners. Inhaling back to center. Notice if you're rushing out and rushing back in. You want to take it nice and slow, really controlling the core here. Exhaling out to the corners. Last time we'll come all the way back in. Release that left hand down, right knee down. Coming into our tabletop circles, just to release those joints now. Hinging forward beyond those wrist creases. Exhaling over to the right, drawing those hips back over the heels. And then over to the left. Nice fluid circles, getting into the joints. Noticing how the wrists are feeling, the shoulders, the hips and the knees. Bringing those circles in the opposite direction. Lovely. Coming back to meet now in your tabletop. You're lengthening out through that left leg now, pushing the ball of that left foot into the earth. And that length at the back of the left knee. As you inhale, you're lifting that left foot, pressing down through the toes. Inhaling to lift that right hand. You're reaching out as much as you can here. Find that length. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, you're coming out to the corners of the room. So keeping that torso in line with the mat. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Finding your drishti, your gazing point on the earth. Helping you with your balance here. So our core is really integral to our balance. With that nice, soft control. Lovely. We're going to bring that right hand down now, left knee down. Pushing back into your child's pose, bringing the elbows into the earth, forehead to the mat. Bringing palms together and exhaling to bend the elbows. Bringing those prayer hands to the back of the head. Taking 2 deep breaths here. Breathing deeply into the back of the body. Taking those rest poses when you can. Next inhale, then begin to release the arms down, come into your tabletop. We're going to tuck the toes under, lift up into your downward facing dog here. Feet are hip distance apart, drawing those heels down to the earth. You're going to keep the legs straight. As you inhale, roll up onto the balls of the feet or the tiptoes, lifting the hips nice and high, legs stay straight. As you exhale, releasing the heels down. Find that nice length at the back of the legs. 2 more times. Inhaling to lift the heels. Exhaling to release that down. 1 last time. Next inhale, we're drawing forward, high plank. Pushing into the corners of the hands here, you're pushing out through the heels. Keeping the hips in line with the body, we're taking 3 breaths here. This feels too strong for the lower back. Feeling free to release the knees down to the earth. Make sure that you're keeping that connection with your breath. So no holding the breath here. As you exhale, we're lifting the hips up nice and high. Downward facing dog. Doing that 1 more time. Inhaling forward, high plank. Pushing out through the heels, out through the crown of the head. Taking 3 breaths here. As you exhale, we're all going to release the knees down, bend the elbows, chin and chest down to the floor. Coming into your baby cobra, drawing those elbows in close to the rib cage, pressing the hip bones down into the earth. Tucking the toes under it, pushing all the way up. Downward facing dog. Inhaling to sweep that right foot to sky, 3-legged dog. Bending that right knee and stepping that right foot forward. High lunge, bringing fingertips to sky. Finding your drishti to help you with your balance here. Nice deep bend in that right knee. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to draw the arms back as you straighten that right leg. That left heel stays lifted. Inhale, bend in that knee. Exhaling to draw back. 1 last time. Back into our high lunge here. Nice deep inhale as you reach. And as you exhale, you're hinging forward, creating that nice diagonal line, pushing into that left heel. Inhaling back to center. 2 more times. Exhale to hinge forward. Inhale back to center. Exhale to hinge forward. Inhale back to center. From here, we're bringing palms together. Inhaling to lift that left foot. That left knee is in line with that left hip. Taking that breath into the belly. As we inhale, we're sweeping fingertips to sky. We're going to come into our warrior 3. Beginning to hinge at the hips. We're bringing that left foot back. Bringing the left leg and the torso parallel to the earth. Pushing out through that left heel. Keeping your gaze on the floor. Allowing that right ankle to wobble. Finding your strength here. And as you inhale, coming back to your center, lifting that left knee in line with the left hip. We're going to come into a controlled step back here. Beginning to hinge at the hips. You're stepping the ball of that left foot down onto the earth. Bringing the arms back, palms of the hands facing towards each other. As you inhale, sweeping fingertips to sky. We're going to bring the palms of the hands together. Exhale to bend the elbows. Bringing the prayer hands to the upper back. Find that nice space in the chest here. Deep belly breaths. Lovely. We're inhaling all the way back to center. Exhaling to release the hands down to the earth. Sweeping right foot all the way up to sky. 3-legged dog. Pushing out through that right heel. We're going to come forward into a 1-legged plank here. Beginning to draw shoulders over wrists. Keeping that right foot lifted. Drawing that navel into the spine. Exhale to push back into your 3-legged dog. 1 last time. Inhaling forward, 1-legged plank. Hips in line with the body. Exhaling, 3-legged dog. We're going to bend that right knee, open that right hip. Keeping your gaze now underneath that right armpit. Lovely. Releasing that right foot down, making your way through your vinyasa. Coming through at your own pace. Option to release the knees down, half plank, or come into your chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog. So choosing the vinyasa variation that suits your body right now. Taking 2 breaths. Back in your downward facing dog here. sweep that left foot to sky now. Bend that left knee and we're stepping that left foot forward. Getting a nice stable base here. As you inhale, bringing the arms back. Inhaling to reach up into your high lunge. Sinking a little deeper here. As you exhale, you're sweeping the hands back, straightening that left leg. Inhaling to bend the left knee. So moving with your own breath here. See if you can sink a little deeper each time. Working with your balance and with your breath. Coming all the way back to center, high lunge. Palms together down to heart center. We're lifting that right foot now. So right knee is in line with right hip. Choosing your drishti point, your gazing point here. We're going to come into our warrior three. Nice slow controlled movements. You're hinging at the hips. Drawing that right foot back. Torso parallel to the earth. You can push through the heel or push through the toes. Noticing you might have to work a little harder on one side. Lovely. We're going to inhale to come all the way back to center. Keeping that right knee lifted. We're going to come now into that controlled step back. So beginning to hinge at the hips. We're bringing the ball of that right foot to the back of the mat. As you inhale, sweeping fingertips to sky. Lovely. I realise I miss a bit out, so we're going to do it now. As we exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips. Find that nice diagonal line. Push into that right heel. Inhaling back to center. 2 more times. Moving with your own breath here. Really take some effort to work with the breath when you're in a balancing pose. Tendency to hold the breath. Lovely. Palms together. Exhale as you bend the elbows. Prayer hands to the upper back. Find that space in the heart center. Nice deep breaths here. Lovely. Bringing fingertips all the way to sky, separating the hands. Hands come down to the earth. You're going to sweep left foot to sky. 3-legged dog. We're going to come into that one-legged plank again. Inhaling to draw the elbows forward over the wrists. Keeping that left foot lifted. Navel drawing into the spine. Pushing back into your 3-legged dog. Lifting that left leg nice and tight. One last time, drawing the shoulders forward over wrist creases. As you exhale, pushing back, 3-legged dog. Bending that left knee, this time opening that left hip. Bringing the gaze underneath that left armpit. Pushing evenly into both hands. Coming all the way back to your center, releasing that left foot down. Option to come through your vinyasa or to rest in down dog or child's pose. Choosing what feels right for your body. Taking 2 breaths in downward facing dog. Next inhale, we're sweeping right foot to sky now, 3-legged dog. Bending that right knee and we're stepping that right foot forward. Find a nice stable base, we're bringing the arms back, inhaling high lunge. Sinking a little deeper this time. Exhaling to bring your cactus arms in, sliding those shoulder blades down the back. Left elbow into the center of the chest, right elbow underneath left. Taking hold of the opposite hand, we're drawing those elbows away from the chest. Lovely. As you inhale now, I want you to draw fingertips to sky as you straighten that right leg. A little bit more challenging now for our balance, now we don't have the arms. Lovely, bending that right knee, doing that 2 more times. Inhaling, straighten that right leg. Exhaling to bend the knee, a little deeper. One last time, straighten that right leg. Exhaling a little deeper. We're keeping the eagle arms as we lift that left knee. If it feels too much with the arms, then just coming out of those eagle arms, okay. Then come into our warrior 3 now. Beginning to hinge at the hips. Bringing that left leg back. Pushing out through that left heel, torso parallel to the earth. Keeping your connection with your breath. Inhaling to come all the way back to centre. Lifting that left knee in line with that left hip. And then you're crossing that left leg over the right. Coming into Garadasana pose. You're bending that right knee. Some of you can take that foot all the way around. My bone structure doesn't allow me to do that. So you can bring that big toe down to the earth. Drawing the elbows away from the chest. 2 deep breaths here. Breathing into that space between the shoulder blades. Lovely. Inhaling to come back to centre. We're releasing the arms this time. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Controlled step back. Exhaling to hinge at the hips. Stepping that left foot back. Inhaling to come back to centre. Palms together. Exhaling to bend the elbows. Prayer hands to the upper back. Find that space in the chest. Lovely. We're bringing fingertips all the way back to sky. Exhaling, hands down, sweeping right foot up to sky. Coming forward into that one-legged plank. Exhale, three-legged dog. One last time, one-legged plank. Three-legged dog. Bending that right knee, opening that right hip. Option to stay here, or you can release that right foot down into your wild thing. On the outside edge of that left foot, the ball of the right foot, bringing right fingertips over sky, overhead. Nice full body stretch. Exhale that right hand down, back to your downward facing dog. Option to come through your vinyasa here, or to rest in your child's pose or down dog. Moving with your own breath as you come through your vinyasa. If you need to take the rest, take the rest. Listen to your own body. Being kind to yourself in your practice. Just take in 2 resting breaths now, either in your down dog or your child's pose. Taking this opportunity to slow the breath down. And just checking back in with yourself, noticing how your body is responding to the practice. Maybe it's building a lot of heat in the body. Maybe you're getting frustrated with yourself with some of the balancing poses. Or maybe you're really enjoying it. And balance work is your thing. So everyone will be having a different experience. So in the yoga practice, we're staying present, accepting exactly where we are at today. When you're ready, we're meeting again in our downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, sweeping left foot to sky. Bending left knee, stepping left foot through. Finding your nice stable base, bringing the arms back, palms facing towards each other. Nice smooth transition up, fingertips to sky. Sinking a little deeper here. Exhaling, cactus arms. Sliding those shoulder blades down the back. Right elbow into the centre this time, left elbow into the right, eagle arms. Drawing those elbows away from the chest. Inhaling to straighten that left leg. Draw the elbows away from the chest if you can. Exhale to bend the knees, sink a little deeper. You're drawing the elbows away from the chest. Inhale to straighten that left leg. Bringing fingertips to sky. Exhaling, bending that left knee. One last time. Using your breath to help you with your balance. From here, we're going to bend that right knee, lift that right knee in line with the right hip, drawing those elbows away from the chest here. Coming into our warrior 3, beginning to hinge at the hips. We're bringing that right leg back, gaze to the floor, torso and leg parallel to the earth. Doesn't matter if you wobble out, just wobble back. Lovely. Keep your connection to your breath as you inhale back to centre, lifting that right knee in line with the right hip. Coming into Garadasana, eagle pose, so crossing that right leg over the left. Some of you can wrap that right foot all the way around. If you don't want that right foot to hover, you're bringing the toe down, sinking a little deeper. Normally means you can focus a little bit more on the arms if you have that right foot rested down. Sometimes you can use a block, place that right foot on the block. Make sure you're not holding your breath here. The lying down version is much nicer, right? We're going to inhale, lift that right knee to center. Release the arms, fingertips to sky. Controlled step back. Hinge at the hips. Bringing the ball of that right foot down. Inhale to sweep to center here. Nice deep belly breath, palms together. Exhale to bend the elbows. Find that space in the upper body. Lovely. As you exhale, bringing the hands down to the floor. Sweeping left foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Bending that left knee. Oh no, I almost forgot the plank. Keep that left leg extended. You almost got away with it, but you didn't. Inhaling to come forward, one-legged plank. Shoulders over wrists. Draw the navel into the spine. Exhale, three-legged dog. One last time. Shoulders over wrists. Exhale, three-legged dog. You're bending that left knee. Open that left hip. Option to release that left foot down. Coming onto the knife edge of that right foot. Drawing that left arm up and overhead. Keeping that right heel lifted, that right hip lifted. Right shoulder is stabilized over that right wrist. Full body stretch. Exhaling to release that left hand down. Downward facing dog. Option to come through your final vinyasa here. Or to rest. Any last movements or stretches for you that feel good in your down dog. And when you're ready, releasing the knees down, coming into your child's pose. Forehead to the earth, hips back over the heels, arms alongside the body, palms face up. Beginning to slow our practice down now. Slowing the breath. Noticing how the body feels. Allowing the body, the mind and the breath to settle. Taking 3 more breaths here. When you're ready, just gently inhaling to lift the forehead. Coming back to sit on the heels, and we're going to slowly make our way onto our front body here. Bringing the arms out in the front, palms face down, coming onto the chin or the forehead here. I'm going to come into our lying down Superman. So as you inhale, I want you to lift that left hand and that right foot. So you're lifting the chin, just hovering about 2 inches off the earth here. Drawing that navel into the spine. As you exhale, release all the way down. As you inhale, we're lifting that right hand now, lifting that left foot, really reaching out as much as you can. Exhaling to release down. Keeping the chin on the earth, we're going to bring the arms alongside the body now. Palms face down, little fingers are in touch on the sides of the body, thumbs are pointing away. We're going to bring the big toes together, press the tops of the feet down into the earth, and as you press into the palms of the hands and the tops of the feet, you're just lifting the upper chest. Taking just a couple of breaths here. So our core work is involving our back strength as well. Our back body is part of our core. Lovely. As you exhale, releasing the chin all the way back down. Taking a breath here. If you have any lower back issues and you want to take a rest, then take the rest, or you can come into that first version again. If not, you're coming with me into the full version of Garadasana, locust pose. As you inhale, pushing into the palms of the hands, lifting the chin, and then beginning to lift the feet. So you can bring the big toes together or bring the feet apart. Notice what works best for you. You're pressing the hip bones down into the floor, sliding those shoulder blades towards each other. Option to keep the hands there, or you can lift the hands, palms face down, or some of you might like to interlace the fingers, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other, keeping your gaze down at the earth. Taking 2 breaths here, working with our back strength. Lovely. As you exhale, gently releasing everything down. Create a little pillow with the hands. Forehead comes to rest on the back of the hands. And you're just gently rocking from side to side here. Just helping to ease out the lower back, the lumbar spine. And then just coming to find some stillness here. You can keep lying on your right cheek or your left cheek, releasing the arms, bringing the backs of the hands onto the earth, palms face up. Allowing the shoulders now just to roll out to the sides. This is like a shavasana for the front body. Just allowing the whole of your body now just to release. Beginning to let go of the practice now. Allowing your body to sink a little deeper. So it's trying to create an imprint, an outline of your body on the earth. Allowing the shoulders to let go and to roll away. Hip bones growing heavy. Keep the eyes closed. Everything still except for your breath. Noticing the rise and fall of the inhale and the exhale. Allowing yourself to sink a little deeper. Staying here for your shavasana if you like on your front body. If it feels more comfortable, then gently rolling over onto your back body. Feeling free to have shavasana on your front body if that feels like a nice change. Enjoying these final few moments of rest. Taking a couple more breaths here now. Beginning to bring your awareness back to the space. And taking in the sounds around you, inside the room, outside the room. Beginning to bring any gentle movements back into the body that feel good. Just taking any last stretches that feel nice for your body. And when you're ready, you're going to gently make your way back to a seated posture. Bringing palms of the hands together at heart center. We'll finish our practice by taking 3 inhales through the nose, sighing out through the mouth. Nice deep inhale. Nice deep inhale. One last inhale. Moment to be grateful for your practice, what you've learned from it this evening, how your mind, your body and soul has benefited from this movement, from this breath work, from being present with ourselves. Namaste.